Hi friends, it's Kathy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's in the Cards Divination. Today we're going to be delving into relationships. You can see here I have my selenite heart. It's all about our relationships in our lives and where are they headed potentially in the next month or so. So if this sounds of interest to you, then stay tuned because it's going to be a collective reading today based on relationships of all kinds. So let's get into the reading. Okay, friends, so the reading will start now. This is going to be a collective energy reading. So, in other words, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry about it. Let it go. It's a general reading for a lot of people. It can apply, it may not apply. So, the next month or so, what can you expect potentially? Let's look at tarot first. The first card we pull for the tarot is the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, I'm going to pull another one to go with it. And the Queen of Swords. Right. Somebody's in disagreement this week. It looks very much that you are at odds with your partner. Some of you, it could be a parent that you are having difficulties with. Maybe they're being your father figure, as shown by the King of Pentacles, could be suggesting that this person has been very stubborn and digging in their heels on a situation with you. And it's not going to go well. It's potentially about money. It could be that this person, whether it is a parent or a spouse or a partner, boyfriend, they are really putting their foot down about something and very stingy way. They don't want you to spend any money, it looks like. The Queen of Swords is fighting back. She's not going to take no for an answer. What else is going on with these two here this week? Not the week, coming month. The Hermit in the reverse. So the King of Pentacles' argument is that this person represented by the Queen of Swords, that could be you, that could be, if you're a man listening to this, that could be your friend, partner, daughter even, is not listening. You feel like they haven't learned their lesson. They're still making the same mistakes over and over again. And they need to spend some more time. Now, that's the opinion of the King of Pentacles. But the Queen of Swords feels that she has learned and she is coming forward and saying, no, I know what I'm doing here. Leave me alone, okay? So the energy around this suggests that there is definitely an argument going on. But the Hermit in the reverse also suggests that the King of Pentacles needs to think outside the box a little bit, needs to let go of some of that stubbornness and try to be have a little more compromise, perhaps, in the situation, okay? So for some of you, it is an issue about spending. It could be spending money, it could be spending time. Maybe they feel a little bit unappreciated, maybe, that you haven't been there for them. Maybe they've been doing things, but they're feeling that's just their opinion, the King of Pentacles. But you are like, no, I'm not going to allow you to cross that boundary with me. Okay. So the Queen of Swords put her foot down. She's like, no. And the Empress is the next card in the reverse. And suggests also, because these are both in the reverse position, it could be for some of you, it is even not just the father figure, it could be the mother figure too, the Empress. She is also coming across as being very difficult with you. So there's definitely a situation. There's also a situation where you feel, as the Queen of Swords, that it's time to take care of yourself. You need to be looking after your best interests, making sure that things are going for you in the right way. In other words, the Empress in the reverse is like you haven't been taking care of yourself very well lately. And it's because of this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is very clingy and very bossy and stubborn and conservative, and it's my way or no way. And you are saying, no, it's time for me. I need to look after myself. So that situation for some of you is definitely coming up in the next while. And it is suggesting, let us see what we have in the advice situation about this. And then we'll go on to another energy for relationships this month. All right, let me just fix that. There we go. What do they suggest as advice? Unlikely that they will win against you in this situation. For those of you that will be facing this type of an argument, you need to definitely put your foot down. Enough. It's unlikely that they will get their way, okay? So you just stick to your guns, my dears. Queen of Swords, girls, you don't want to put up with that shit. All right, what can we say then? Let's move on to another situation, relationship situation. That's next month coming up. All right, even if it's your parents and you're in argument with them about something that maybe you're wanting to make a purchase and they're going against you, or your father definitely is showing he's trying to be all bossy and this is the way I would do it and don't listen to anyone else. But no, you've made up your mind. The Queen of Swords in the upright is good. She's independent. She's not going to tolerate this foolishness. Okay, let's go. Go, girl. Let's see what we have in the next situation. Oh, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So this is a new situation, relationship situation. Let me pull another 2 cards. I always like to work in 3s. Okay. Okay, so now we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, or in the upright, sorry. Right. Again, 2 court cards. This is about relationships. Now we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. There's another relationship situation here that's going on, potentially for some of you. The Knight of Swords is being shown as, again, could be a partner in your life, could be another, a spouse, a boyfriend, anybody. It could even be a brother. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic. It could be a friend, a male friend. Queen of Pentacles. The reason I say that, she's in the upright position, which is representing a more positive outcome. All right. So for those of you men that are listening to this, the Knight of Swords is representing you. For the women that are listening, Queen of Pentacles is representing you. And it looks like you're the one who is trying very hard for the women to foster and promote good relations around the home. And the Knight of Swords is definitely argumentative. Like, I would go so far as to say asshole behavior. He is rushing in. He is impulsive. He could even be critical and brash. He's coming at you and you are really feeling it. You're feeling drained. It's like you can't do anything right. So you're ready to give up this situation. Okay. You're done with it. It's like, this is something that goes on in this relationship between the two of you. This person, the Knight of Swords, and this is a man listening to this, I apologize, but it looks like you're being a bit of an ass. You're being very critical of them and the way they do things, even around the home and how they behave and their overall caring nature. And that is not acceptable. What you're doing is you're pushing this further. The Queen of Pentacles, you're pushing her further away by being this way. So the energy suggests you have to let go For some of you that are acting this way, you got to stop that criticalness, stop that abusive behavior towards her. It's very verbally abusive. It's not something that she deserves. Nobody deserves that. So what you're doing is you're putting her in a position where she's done with you. She doesn't even want to have anything to do with you here. Let's see what the cards suggest as what's going to happen, or advice perhaps in this case. Oh, okay, good. All right. Well, we have a peaceful resolution coming. That's great. So, situation may start off very angry and very ugly, but you will come to an agreement. Okay, there's a compromise. Things will work out. Let's see what else Tarot has to say about this situation. So, in other words, you might be able to find some common ground. Whatever it is you are arguing about, and this knight is being critical of, you might be able to put the boundaries back up and say, nope, the Queen of Pentacles is very sweet and she is not going to tolerate this one either. This is two very negative situations. Let's see. But this one looks like a good outcome. All right, let's see what else the cards are telling us about this situation. So, the King of Swords, but in the upright. So, what happens is, after discussion, once the knight, male energy in this case, realizes that this person is starting to pull away from them, it's ready to give up on you, suddenly they're flipping right side up. Suddenly they're able to see things in a more clear and compromising situation. So that peaceful resolution outcome is very accurate. So in other words, the reverse Knight of Swords, he is going to do a flip and become very good. It's good. It's a positive. The King of Swords, upright. He's going to be able to use his logic, common sense, and realize he was wrong and go back, potentially apologize and make good with the Queen of Pentacles. That's awesome. There will be a peaceful resolution to this situation, my friends. The Queen of Pentacles, she definitely, she's at a point in this situation where she is done with the Knight. It's like, no, I am not going to listen to this foolishness anymore, right? Good, good, good. Okay. Let's see. Let us see. What else can we see is coming? Right. My bigger tarot here. Let us see, my dears. Okay, what is coming in the next, actually, month for your relationships? Okay. It's not like that you're breaking up or anything. It looks like when things get to a certain point, that this male energy will be able to see your point of view. Okay. The Nine of Cups, but in the reverse. So this is a different relationship situation than the other two. Now we're looking at a situation where you're not getting what you want out of this relationship. Let's see. Or maybe it's just not what you thought it would be. You were hoping it would be a certain way and it's not working. Okay, what's going to happen? Let's see. And it can be any relationship. It doesn't have to be even romantic, even though I had the heart at the beginning. We have the Four of Swords. Yep, right. Okay. And Page of Wands, actually. This is the Page of Wands, this deck. All right. Sometimes it's when you don't use these decks very often, you almost don't even recognize it, right? So in this case, it feels to me that you're going to potentially take a break from each other in this relationship situation coming up. Not a permanent break, not a permanent, just a time alone where you have time for yourself, time to think about what's going on, what is it you want in this relationship. Move that over. So you're going to spend some time on your own, maybe doing pursuits that only you enjoy doing, quiet time, in other words. So it could be a period of time where you're just not going to be even talking to each other. But this other person is definitely coming back. The page of wands. I don't feel though that it'll necessarily be long term this time. In this case, they might be in and out, but they can't seem to stay away. There seems to be, they have an idea. They want how they want to be with you. Like it looks like you're not satisfied over this whole thing. They want to infuse you with something new and exciting. In other words, they may even send you a message. I've got a great idea. Why don't we try this? Because the Page of Wands is all about new exploration, new ideas, new excitement, new passion. They may have something else in mind. And this can be a friendship, doesn't have to be romantic. Um, but most likely it is leaning towards that because of the wands, the page. Now, this new idea, let's see what happens with that situation then. Potentially, it just gets things going. This is the actually, believe it or not, this is the hangman in the reverse. So normally that's how you would see him. So in other words, things will get going again. You're not going to just be sitting waiting around. So it seems like this new idea, this new insight from the page is what is needed to infuse this relationship potentially with more interest, something that's a little more satisfying. It looks good. It looks like it's going to go forward in that respect. Let's see what these cards. Okay, now this is, as I say, this is just the general energies around. Let's see what the advice is on this. Yeah, okay, don't stop. So, though you potentially feel dissatisfied in this situation, it's not what you'd hoped it would be, possibly. And maybe it's kind of like, what your expectations were this, and it turned out to be not exactly what you wanted or needed. But that's just not to say it's not going to work. So it tells us don't stop. So keep pursuing this situation. Go with it. Keep trying. Don't stop. That's what the advice is. It's kind of like, but I think that this particular action by the Page of Wands, in other words, whether it's a message from this person, an idea, let's get going, let's do this, let's do that, whatever. Like suddenly it lights a fire under their ass. That's what I was thinking. That's what came to me. And things get moving, okay? It's like you want to now pursue this further. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. All right. Okay, my dears. And let's do some more energy work with I'm just trying to find a deck here. Just bear with me. I have a few we can try. So I am going to pull my Gilded Tarot. I think that's the name of it. Forgive me if I got it wrong. But Ciro Marchetti. Marchetti. Oh, yes. Beautiful decks. Okay, so what's going to happen then overall? The energies around the relationship. Okay, we're going to pull more cards. What is this one? Oh my goodness, this is a totally separate one from this one. But again, we got the hangman in the reverse. It's funny how they're so different, eh? The depictions. That's what I love about the tarot cards. We have the 9 of Pentacles, so another 9. Okay. And only this one is more positive. And finally, we have King of Wands, but in the upright. Ooh, I love that. So it appears that looks like, I know this is about relationships. What I'm feeling is this, well, number one, this King of Wands in your life most likely a male energy because he's depicted as the king, but it's somebody who is really, really somebody you want to be with, who's very passionate, um, very charismatic, strong, great leader, somebody who you just feel good with them when you're around them, okay? And what has happened, it looks like they've been kind of enjoying time with themselves, enjoying their life on their own, perhaps. Maybe they've been single, and or if it's a friend, they've just kind of been doing their own thing and they like it. And then all of a sudden now they're just ready to pursue you. I guess that would be one way of putting it. So for the single people, it looks like that this King of Wands is getting off his butt and he is coming after you. So it's up to you what you do with that. Let's see what advice they tell us. And for some of you in a relationship, um, this is a very mundane thing, but it's interesting. On a very day-to-day level, it looks like that you potentially have been enjoying spending, shopping, getting out there, buying things. And he can see, he's watching, so he's seeing that. And that's actually, no, that's not true. What it is, and I apologize, it's the other way around. He has been the one, he's going to be the one who's going to be showering you with gifts. That's what I'm seeing here. Showering you with things. Suddenly, he's going to piss or get off the pot, is the expression. For a while, he's just been doing nothing about your relationship. And suddenly, now, he is coming forward. Now, let's see what it is would be in your best interest in this situation. And maybe for those of you that are married or in a long-term relationship of some kind, maybe things have been a little bit boring for a while. Now all of a sudden things are changing and you are in a good place. And he is definitely in a good place. He wants to be with you. He wants to be with you for sure. Okay, let's see what the cards are saying. Nice. Oh, interesting. Okay, this puts a new slant on things. Forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness. Why do we need forgiveness? Well, we know why we need forgiveness. We always do. But let me pull another card with this situation. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So, what there was a situation, maybe things had improved for a while. They just started, in other words, and he backed out. He backed out, spent some time on his own, did his own thing, but suddenly he's back again. Okay. I feel like it's like when there's a resurrection, like he's coming back into your life, or he's spending more time with you and he's focusing. He's not just showering you with his money or gifts, he's also showering you with his time. There's a lot of energy around that. Maybe in the past, recently, you haven't really been spending a lot of time together, and then all of a sudden, it becomes a lot. It's like suddenly he's in the picture quite a bit, and you're not really sure where to go with that. Now, there seems to be, again, with the forgiveness card, it's telling me that that situation has hurt you deeply. Maybe you felt betrayed, abandoned. Now they're back again. There needs to be some forgiveness between you. This is up to you, the one that's been hurt, the one that's been, obviously. Are you going to forgive what they did? That's not to say if they keep doing it, you need to forgive. It's one thing to forgive somebody when, a one-off mistake, but if they keep treating you a certain way, clearly we don't want to go down that road. It's just enabling, right? Okay, my dears. So overall, I'm going to pull one card for energy for the relationship situations in the next month around the collective, because this is a collective reading. What can you say is the collective energy about this whole thing? Four of Swords in the upright. So what that tells me, this is a time of, in these relationships, number one, it's a time of healing. Healing from the past mistakes, healing yourself so that you can have a good relationship with these people or persons. It's also It doesn't hurt for you to spend time on your own with your own pursuits because, if you spend time away, obviously it makes it easier to see things in a different light. My mother used to say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Well, this doesn't mean a permanent split, but it could refer to even taking a break. There's nothing wrong with that. If the two of you need a break, then by all means, do it. So the overall energy is one of healing your mind, letting go of the past mistakes that either you've made or they've made in your life. So that's the overall energy. So my friends, I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I hope it makes sense to some of you. It resonates. Let me know if there is something that sounds like it does. And I would love to hear comments and subscribe and click on the like button. And that would be great. And the bell. So I will see you guys in my next reading. I look forward to it. And bye for now.